Alright, ladies and gentlemen, JP the Third Venus now with you with Cold Hearts. And do not let the music fool you. I'm not even going. If you know what this game is, don't ruin it for anybody by telling them in the comments. I get like 1 or 2 comments every now and then. Don't ruin it for them. People need to experience this for themselves. Just because when I saw the actual demo, I'm not even gonna, because usually I'll kind of tease what the game is about in the description box. No, we're not even doing that today. We're gonna get to it when the point reveals itself, but wow. That's all I gotta say. Let's get it. Cold Hearts. Prologue. Okay. We may actually have a longer playthrough than the last one. I'm recording this just after wrapping up the Warp reality demo, which will be in the end credit sequence here. Feel free to check that out, and definitely check out Unwanted Studios as well. Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Unable to find your place in a strange world? But today is about Cold Hearts, so we're going to go with that. Surrounded by people you don't connect with, doing daily tasks that don't seem to fit you. Hell, even picking groceries and clothes based on what you think a decent human being would choose. Yeah, like fruit and vegetable and things that people eat from time to time to be healthy and not just literally canned grease. Living the life of an entirely different person with no way to change it. But I mean, I do know the feeling, and okay, of course, this is Japan. Or is it? That tower. No, it's Japan, excuse me. I do find it interesting that the telephone pole is literally broken and nobody's come through to, straighten that out. This is my reality since father died. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for anything except a night spent lying on the couch with a bag of chips, watching TV, or week-long video game grinding sessions. See, again, there's that canned grease thing. We only had each other, and father made sure I had both my wallet and fridge full. He owned a shop with household appliances, and I helped him out a few times, but I wasn't really interested in having a job. Then what do you plan to do, you waste of space? I wasn't paying attention when he tried to teach me how to pay taxes or how to run your own company. I didn't even notice when he became, what kind of asshole are we playing? Oh yeah, my dad, we're the only ones we have for each other in this cold world. We are together by ourselves. He got sick and I didn't even notice. Bruh. Nice background though. Suddenly everything changed. It felt like I was being slapped in the face with reality. Sadness, grief, guilt. I went through all those phases, trying to accept the fact that he's gone forever. But I never really did. Maybe that's why I try to live his life now. I took over his company. Every morning I wake up, eat a complete breakfast, and go to work, selling washing machines, fridges, toasters, everything just as it should be. Except for those sleepless nights. When I try to sleep, dark thoughts haunt me, showing me the worst moments of my life, revealing endless anxieties and my deepest fears. I tried counting sheep, but the only thing that really helps with is a quick trip to the kitchen to grab something sweet from my fridge. And so we lived together in the harmony and balance of a regular schedule, me and my fridge. Every night I come to visit her to ease my worried mind, and then I go back to sleep. Except for one night. The night when my fridge came to me. Yep. This game is about a guy who bangs his refrigerator. Where do I even start? Oh my god. What? Who's there? Sounding like Godzilla stomping through the place. Silence. I'm sure I heard a weird metallic stomping that woke me from another restless dream. My vision is still blurry after such a rude awakening. I wet my eyes quickly to find the source of the sound. And suddenly, I see it. You thought I was joking, didn't you? You thought wrong. That's literally that man's refrigerator. Yep. The hell is even going on anymore? It's just me. I'm not sure what's more bizarre. a fridge standing right in front of my bed, or hearing a female voice in my bedroom. Either option is valid at this point. Act sympathetic, act cautious. What? We have choices. We have choices. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. We're gonna act cautious because it's a refrigerator. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Stop hiding behind the fridge, thief. To my surprise, the reply I get is sobbing in the same high-pitched female voice I heard before. The refrigerator is blushing. Oh dear. Am I dealing with a psycho here? Hey, just tell me what you want and let's get this over with. I just wanted to help. Make it easier for Master tonight. Here. Suddenly, the doors of the fridge open, casting a beam of light, driving away the shadows of my bedroom. Thrown by an unknown power, a bar of chocolate hits my head and lands on my lap. As if that's not enough, the fridge turns around and, to the dreaded sound of metallic stomping, it leaves the room. This is the most... This is the thing that's happening in my life right now. I can't take this anymore. I sink back into the pillows, hoping to wake up from this dream. Yawn. That was a weird dream. I hope I'm not losing my mind. I feel you, buddy. I scratch my head and rub my face, trying to wake up. I feel something sticky on my hand, and as soon as I open my eyes, I realize something's wrong. My bed sheets are covered in something. You didn't even eat it! In something brown, and so my hands, my face in pajamas. I jump out of bed and quickly remove my clothes in a panic. I know stress can have many effects. I heard about similar disturbances in sleep, but this? That wasn't bad enough. There's something sticky on the bottom of my foot, too. I raise my leg, hoping to try and stay balanced and catch my foot. Ew. It's a dirty chocolate wrapping. I must have eaten it subconsciously while dreaming about that damn fridge. I know about sleepwalking, but sleep eating? Does that even exist? Yep, it does. It's weird, but it does. What a mess. Clean the room and put the sheets in the... Yeah, I'm about to get into the love triangle with the washing machine, aren't I? Hoping that the chocolate won't leave a stain, I get the washing machine going as quickly as possible. So I hope nothing in here plans to talk to me today. I smile and blush, immediately ashamed of being amused by my own joke. I walk out quickly, trying not to overthink the fact that the washing machine sounded angry. Living without my father taught me to be frugal. Sure, I got this apartment and his shop for free, but I have no idea about running a business. Better safe than sorry. After discovering the melted leftover chocolate still in its wrapping, I decided to put it straight into my fridge. I can always eat it at midnight, right? Okay, what other... It's a microwave about to come alive. Stepping through the kitchen door, I hesitate. I'm not sure if I'm ready for another interaction with my fridge. I realize how pathetic I must look like, afraid of my own household appliances. So, are you in the mood to talk today? The fridge. I tried to make that sound like a joke, but my voice got rather serious unintentionally. Hey, I just wanted to put this inside of you. Will you let me do it? We're not even going to dignify that sentence by finishing it. I realize how that sounds, and I am immediately torn between endless shame and a burst of laughter. My face turns red and sweaty. Of course, please, do it. That same sweet feminine voice, definitely coming out of the fridge. I'm mad. I must be mad. Well, we're going to see where this goes. I take a deep breath and decided to completely abandon finding any logical explanation for what is happening. Drugs. I'm going with hardcore drugs. Is it true? Can you talk? Is my own fridge talking to me? I hear a warm, short sound similar to a quiet giggle. It's difficult to call that talking, but at least my dear owner can understand me. Your dear... That's you. I try to serve you well, I hope. I just hope you see that. Okay, so we have 3 choices here. All of which, yeah. We're going with the nice option. Please, I didn't want to make you angry. Please forgive me. I will never do it again. You don't have to be afraid. I'll do my best to take care of you. I promise. Her voice sounds so desperate, like her whole existence depends on me. Her emotions feel real. But she's not a real person, is she? Do you have a name? No reply. Suddenly, the silence is broken by a loud buzz coming from the fridge. The same sound I sometimes hear at night, reminding me to buy a newer model to avoid the drone. Anzu. She said it quietly, in a tone resembling more of a question than an answer. As far as I know, my father didn't talk with fridges, so she hasn't been called by her real name for at least 10 years. Maybe her original owner did that? I'm starting to create all these theories in my head. No, wait. It's still a talking fridge. Stop rationalizing it. So, Anzu. Yeah, we're gonna start from the top. Didn't I? Maybe it was just you who couldn't hear me. Her voice sounds like she smiles, but there's some kind of mystery hidden beneath. Hey, how did you start walking? To be honest, I'm not sure. I can't remember myself talking before. What would I talk about anyway? The important thing is we can communicate right now. It's pleasing to be able to talk, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna be nice. Friends? She said that in a deeply questioning tone, like wondering if such a word even exists. I can't help but giggle. Even she's toying with me, or she's such a weirdo. She is an. I slapped my forehead, realizing how I treat her as a real person after a few minutes of conversation. Am I so lonely? Really? With a deep sigh, I let myself relax. Yeah, friends. Talking with each other every time I prepare breakfast, maybe share recipes, if you know any. I smile to myself, shaking my head and continue. Even if you're just a projection of my insane brain, we can learn how to live with each other. You can teach me how to interact with real people. And I'll buy you nice magnets. My smile slowly fades as she doesn't reply. Doesn't she like magnets? I am real! She screams so loudly that I'm sure my hearing will never be the same. I start wondering what my neighbors think right now. Her voice is angry, also a little bit childish, making me wonder if her soul is the soul of a grown-up. She is an appliance, she doesn't have a soul. But I don't think I've ever had a friend. I don't know what it's like. Here we go. It's not so bad. I didn't screw up entirely, right? Don't worry, I can teach you. I mean, we can learn from each other. I'm sure it'll be buzzing. That really loud, really annoying buzzing my fridge lets out every night when I'm trying to sleep. And now it's there again. I can't think. I can't hear my... Can you please stop that? Nothing. No reply. I guess the conversation is over. What did I screw up this time? Well, I guess I'll try again another time. What are these pictures on the wall? I feel a little bit dizzy as I leave the kitchen and lean against the wall, breathing heavily, trying to pull myself together. I could keep telling myself that it's stress, that all those nights spent at work have finally caught up with me, and that's the cause of these strange hallucinations. I'm losing my ability to speak. I don't even know what to say. But that voice was real. Deep inside, I know it well, but I try not to let these thoughts take over my mind. I feel like I'm hanging on the edge of sanity, in desperate need of distraction to clear my head. I should probably go to work, or at least decide what to do today. Since the day my father passed away, I've been running his business all by myself. It's a huge responsibility, but at least I'm the master of my own time. It's up to me if the shop is open or not. Just like father, I'm not a fan of this whole weekend idea. Why waste a day when you can be productive instead? Of course, I'm not a robot. I sometimes take a day off to visit my friend Kazuya and play games just like we did in the good old days. It's been a while since I've been around, though. To be honest, I can't remember the last time I even took a break. That explains the whole fridge hallucination thing, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't have time to work and visit Kazuya at the same day. Being the only person running such a huge shop full of household appliances, I have to stay late to do all the paperwork and make sure everything is alright. There's barely any time left to read a book or clean the house. How did my father manage to do all this by himself? Why didn't I help him? Because you're a jerk! That's why. It's time to decide what to do. Going to work would be the most responsible idea. That's what my father would do. I'm not feeling well right now, but there's no more sick leave in my life. I have to grow up and face it. Growing up, that also means not keeping everything to myself and learning when to ask for help. Kazuya, my best friend, has always been there for me, so I should maybe tell him about what happened. Although I'm not sure how he reacted to the fact that I can hear fridges. Maybe he can actually help me. Sometimes I prefer just to stay at home and relax, but I'm not sure if I want to risk another conversation with my fridge. Not now. I give myself a day or two to find out if I'm really insane before I start thinking about professional help. Let's not overreact yet. No, at this point, you overreact. Safe bet, you overreact. You get immediate help. If you start talking to your appliances and hearing voices coming out of your refrigerator door, you react to that crap. Like in the immediate hour, in that moment. So do we go see his jerk off friend or do we go to work? Well, let's go visit the jerk off friend. I'm sure I could cope with everything myself. Apparently this was a mistake. It's time to confide on a friend. The best one there is, Kazuya. Well, he's the only friend I ever had. However, this could be an even bigger mistake. Huh? Is my brain switching to autopilot? I'm not really sure how, but I have a phone in my hand and a familiar voice comes from it. Maybe it's just how they have the picture tilting. You know what? I'm not going to look too deeply into this one. Leaving that alone. Alright, so, Kazuya, it's me. I know, caller ID. Remember when the 21st century happened? What can I do for you? Dude, I know this may sound absolutely crazy. I think I'm losing my mind here. Hey, calm down. Tell me what happened. Nice and slowly. A moment of hesitation. I'm not thinking straight. Can I really tell him what happened? Everyone already looks down on me anyway. A hopeless and whimsical dreamer. I see myself wrapped up in a straitjacket already. But then again, Kazuya is my best friend. We could always talk about everything. And on the other hand, he doesn't really take anything seriously. He lives by a simple philosophy. Problem? Party hard. Bigger problem? Party even harder. At least with Kazuya in Warp Reality, I had the option of whether or not I decided to like him. I don't like this guy at all. You're still there? I'm really worried here. Tell me what's up. You sound honestly concerned. Maybe I could tell him the truth. You wouldn't believe me anyway. Try me. I'm hearing... It's been talking to me. What? The sudden raise of his voice catches me off guard, and in it, I can hear an honest feel of desperation. He is concerned. A good friend. It's my fridge, Kazuya. It's been talking to me. A moment of silence. You were right about one thing. Huh? What's that? I don't believe you. I have to hold the phone away from my ear while Kazuya laughs uncontrollably. I'm not sure if I should feel ashamed, offended, or concerned. I can't blame anybody but myself for sharing something as crazy as this. I'm not even sure I believe it with a goofball like Kazuya. But this is one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I had to tell someone. Finally, the laughter fades. I'm sorry, mate, but you have to admit, this is absolutely hilarious. I'm glad you see it I'm glad you see it like that. I wish I could. Hey, with what all you've been through in the past few weeks, I'm not surprised your brain is taking a vacation in the bizarre dimension. What you need is some serious downtime. Oh, goody, here we go again. Come over. Let's talk. Have a drink. Don't worry, it's on the house. I'm not really looking forward to drowning this whole thing in alcohol. Even if I'm just imagining things, I want to get this sorted out professionally. Then you shouldn't have called this idiot. Then again, I did just call Kazuya, didn't I? Yep. My eyes wandered through the room and eventually rested on the fridge. On the other hand, right now, everything else seems to be better than another chat with her. God damn it. I'll be there in a minute. I don't need a response. In one fluid motion, I end the call, put the phone in my pocket, and grab my jacket while storming out the door. It's a 15-minute bike ride to Kazuya's place, and maybe it's just my headphones that are that freaking loud. It's a 15-minute bike ride to Kazuya's place, and I try to keep my focus on pedaling. I don't want to think about it at all. Hell, maybe drowning all this insanity in booze is exactly the answer I'm looking for. The world around me becomes a blur of indistinct visuals and shreds of sound buzzing through my head like a swarm of angry hornets, enough to keep me from thinking straight. I have no idea how I made it to Kazuya's apartment without having an accident, but I did it. You want a cookie? We got a record here. Barely 10 minutes. I'm sweating like a pig in a bacon factory. Well, at least I know Kazuya won't mind at all. He isn't the cleanest guy either. And surely enough, shortly after ringing the doorbell, I hear some rustling and what sounds like a week's worth of dishes crashing onto the floor. Case in point. Suddenly, Kazuya opens the door, almost ripping it from its hinges. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we're talking about that. That art is creepy as all freaking hell. This is going to turn into a horror game really quick. It's the eyes, man. Seriously, look at it. I mean, it's just creepy creepy. That's a little too uncanny valley for me. I don't. The smile on his face is strangely familiar, slightly crooked, and his eyes gleam like those of a psychopath. What on earth have I gotten myself into? Damn it, at this point I don't care anymore. It can't get any worse. I hope. Hey, I must say I didn't expect you this early. Did you take the company helicopter? Come in and let's have a chat. Thanks, Kazuya. Nice self-promotion there. I don't mind his remarks about the alleged luxury I am apparently living in, but while he leads me through the mess that barely resembles the living room, I start to realize how he could get envious of the life I was living. Though right now I would not have anything against changing places with him. I cleared a couch of TV remotes, game controllers, and a plastic bag of questionable contents. I sit down just in time to see Kazuya plunge down next to me, holding a can of beer in front of my face. He looks at me, waiting patiently for me to take a long sip, probably counting on the fact that booze will loosen my tongue. So, can you please tell me what happened, step by step? The beer works quickly, sending a warm feeling of fuzziness throughout my whole body, but I still maintain enough self-control not to make a fool out of myself. But then again, this whole thing was probably just me going insane over the events of the past few weeks. I want to be rational, especially since he still has that awful smile on his face. It is growing wider with each passing second. We are going to try... God. I'm not knocking the artists here because the art, I'm pretty sure they did exactly what they were asked to do. And it's not bad art, it's just those eyes, man. Freaking me out. We're gonna try and yeah, we're gonna screw it. It's just a demo. Let's tell them exactly what happened. So I told you I haven't been sleeping well these days. This one night was more or less the same until I heard a rumble and suddenly my fridge was standing right in front of my bed and it spoke with the voice of a girl offering me something to eat. Well, that's not surprising. You tell me all the time about how you eat all sorts of cold trash before going to sleep. It's no surprise you dream weird shit after such a diet, mate. I know, dude. I thought it was a dream as well, but guess what? The story doesn't end there. The next morning I went to get breakfast and she spoke again. Get out of here. What did she say? And so I started talking, telling him everything. I'll talk fast, but don't leave out any details. I don't care anymore. I don't want to deal with this madness alone anymore. And as I finish my story, Kazuya takes another sip of his beer, leans back, and says, Say, you don't by chance happen to have one of those new fridges. You know, the one that connects to the internet and orders food itself? Maybe it's just telling you that it needs an update. Kazuya, you know my fridge. It is almost as old as me. It doesn't have a modem or a speaker. It can't speak. Or it shouldn't. But she did. And yet she gave you something to eat, right? Yes! Kazuya, am I going insane? He takes a small sip while looking at the table. I would think so. I'm sorry to tell you straight. I mean, a girl that's so caring for her sweetheart, even preparing food? That's crazy, dude. Oh, screw you, Kazuya. What the hell, man? You are not helping. I'm seriously worried that I'm losing my shit here. Calm down, Word Pants. I just wanted to brighten up your mood a bit. I'm sorry, I realized it was a bad joke, but in all honesty, you aren't crazy. A bit loopy, maybe, but that's absolutely understandable. I mean, just look at the mess you've gotten yourself into. Being forced into a suit, repeating the same drill every day, echoing stupid sales phrases to faceless customers. That's not what you want. It's not who you are. You want to be creative, express yourself, and your mind is going completely apeshit over that. You have to compliment Kazuya. In an attempt not to burst in laughter, he presses his lips together until they turn into a thin, bloodless line. I know how crazy this all must sound, but he really seems to be determined to help. In his own way, of course. So, assuming you're right, what do you think I should do? Quit my job? Sell the store? What then? It's not like I have any other jobs that'll keep my fridge full. And too late. Kazuya's laughing again. Time for another sip of beer. Maybe it'll wash away the shame. It's like I feel time until he's done laughing. Well, I can't tell you how to treat your girl. Also, I haven't said you should quit your job. Don't drop the gun, dude. You're stuck from head to toe in a big pile of manure, and even though it stinks like hell, you won't drag yourself out of it in one day. First and foremost, and I know that just sounds like what I would say anyway, you gotta chill out a bit, bro. Get your mind off things and give yourself some space to breathe. So you mean, yes, knock yourself out. It's what you need right now. You know what? You're right. I definitely need a breather. Let's kill some booze. Time passes. Tangerine wins Ultra Glory victory. No fair. All you do is button mash. I, on the other hand, read the damn manual. Well, if I could beat you just like that, you don't have shit to have learned enough. Just like back at school. Shut your trap. I need to go take a leak. While I do that, you go get some more beer. I'm not so sure about that. That should make me go home, dude. Can you still stand? Bravely, I raise myself from the warm and fuzzy sofa, and I'm shocked by the fact that my legs are still there and carry me flawlessly. You are a genius. And off to the kitchen. Ish. Again, I praise the environment for looking lived in at least. Still astounded by the functionality of my legs, I stumble into the kitchen, hitting the light switch like a mighty ninja slicing a bamboo stick in half. Awesome. I spin around and reach for the handle of the fridge when suddenly, get your hands off my booze, you nutcracker! Ninja immediately stops in motion. I'm pretty sure I'm drunk, but I'm even more sure that it's Kazuya's fridge talking to me. In a raspy but determinedly female voice, my response will be as sharp as the katana of the mighty Nin. Wait, the fridge is talking to me! Oh dear, I'm truly sorry. I don't know what got into me. Ah, flippin' grade. Not only are you completely drunk, but you seem to have lost both of your balls somewhere. Do you also do the homework of the girls that beat you up in school? Excuse me? That's not how you talk to a ninja. Also, I'm not going to school anymore. I own my own store. How lovely. What do you sell? Used pants? Haha. No, it's a household supply store, and it is very successful. Well, it will soon be. Now stop laughing. You're just as childish as Kazuya. Wait. The fridge is actually speaking to me? Did you just say that? What? Get your sorry face out of here before I kill you. What are you talking about? The question is, what are you talking about? And to whom? I didn't even hear Kazuya coming in. I spin around to face him, which frankly isn't the best idea. And then my legs don't seem to work at all anymore, and I see the floor approaching with terrifying speed. Luckily Kazuya is such a lightweight when it comes to booze and still possesses enough reflexes to catch and hold me. Oh, Kazuya, it's you. You are a real ninja. Oh, look at the two lovebirds. Now kiss. What a meanie. I curl up, holding Kazuya's shirt like a newborn baby. Can you get me home? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Kazuya is a good friend, supporting me with his left arm and pushing my bike with the other. We walk silently through the night. It seems like an unwritten rule now that we won't talk about what happened earlier. And while I'm seriously concerned about what Kazuya may think of me, I'm also thankful. The fresh air gets my blood pumping, and the alcohol unleashes his hidden potential. In short, I'm dizzy as hell. Luckily, Kazuya doesn't seem taxed at all. We reach my home, and frankly, I don't know how much time has passed. Eventually, Kazuya reaches in my pocket and fishes out my keys, opens the door, and gently leans my bike on the wall and guides me further into the dark hallway straight to the bathroom. Alright, buddy, here we are. Kazuya, I may be drunk, but I know that this is not my bed. He opens the lid of the toilet. It's not my friend, but I tell you what, this is much safer. Now get down there and hug that bowl as if your life depends on it. I have no objections. I kneel down, resting my head on the toilet seat. Kazuya was right. I am not prepared. Thank you, buddy. Good night. Don't worry about it. Give me a call tomorrow. See you. And with that, he casually strolls out of my sight and into the night. See? I can rhyme. I should write poetry. It's my destiny. Slowly I drift off into the warm embrace of sleep. Oh dear. Dirty. Oh no. Filthy. Oh no. Huh? Oh dear, look at you. Filthy, drunk, stained, need to be cleaned. Pre-wash followed by main wash. Hot. At least 80 degrees. And don't forget the softener. The softener. Nuh-uh. As I turn my head towards where I think the voice came from, I see the display screen on my washing machine flickering in a very odd way. Oh man, not this too. I got this washing machine a few weeks ago and it's constantly annoying me with all the technology it's filled with. Isn't this stuff meant to make your life easier? Of course, it's great that it automatically detects what clothes I put into it, chooses the right program and detergent, checks if you need softener, and even shows me how to dry my stuff. That's cool and all. But whatever time I saved by this, I've wasted it twice over reading manuals, updating its firmware, rebooting. It even needs an internet connection. A washing machine hooked up to the internet needs an internet connection. I'm repeating myself. Nonsense. Whatever it wants now, I'm sure it can wait until tomorrow. Thinking of all this, I slowly drift into sleep. Slurp? Huh? Wait, what? Huh? I jump up and been stung by a hornet. How did my head end up in the toilet bowl? I swear if my hair is wet, I'm going to shave my head. I run my head through my hair. Oh, thank the gods. All seem to be normal. Well, as normal as waking up like this can be. And why the hell am I naked? How did the washing machine even get the clothes off me? It doesn't have hands. Okay, let's summarize. I called Kazuya. We were drinking. That explains everything. Then there was his fridge. I barely remember that. Must have been wasted by that point. I do, however, remember that he brought me home to the bathroom. Okay, that explains the toilet bowl. But I do not remember undressing. I know Kazuya can be weird, but he surely wouldn't. Or would he? My thoughts are interrupted by a soft and light melody. The realization hits me like a hammer. The washing machine. Slowly I turn around just to see the lid of the washing machine opening with a sound that seems like a sigh. I get closer, kneel down, and reach for my clothes. Same one I wore yesterday, clean and dry. Still warm. They emit a sweet smell, and as I take them out, I think I can hear it sighing again. Good morning. I timed it so that you can start your day fresh, clean and comfortable. You should be satisfied, or not. I don't care. It's the washing machine's a Sandira. As before, I jumped, this time almost losing my balance. Almost. Phew. I may have ended up in the toilet bowl again. That voice definitely came from my washing machine, and I read its manual. It can talk. It can't talk, excuse me. It's never talked before, but it does, in a strict, cold female voice. Oh dear. Hey there, dude. You fine? I mean, except for talking to fridges. La 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 la. What color are you? Yeah, I'm okay. Why is this all happening to me? Oh, I was hoping you'd be pleased with me tending to your attire. The display of the washing machine is flickering like crazy. Doubt her existence, talk to her, run away. Wait, let me get this straight. While I was sleeping, you undressed me? For a moment there is silence. The blinking of the display stopped and it dims in brightness. Suddenly, a sound is coming out of the washing machine. I don't know if it's barfing or sobbing. Forgive my intrusion. Let me assure you, it was probably far more unpleasant for me than it was for you. I can't. Her voice is shaking, quivering. It's clear to see how hard she's fighting to keep her composure. And then she lets it out. I can't stand all this filth! Her behavior, no devotion, is downright terrifying, and I'm not sure how to react. Excuse me. I feel like I'm the elephant in the room, destroying her rules like soap bubbles with my mere presence. What should I do? Well, let's go for the apologize. I kneel down in front of her. I feel a bit silly, still being naked, but I feel this is important. My dear washing machine, after all you've done for me, I have to apologize. I hurt you and that wasn't my intention. I was just very surprised to wake up like this. Suddenly the display is flashing in full brightness, even beyond it. Is she blushing? Wait, how did they even come to this conclusion? Must not submit to filth. That was weird. Her voice changed for a moment, resembling more of a robot than a human being. Hey, is everything alright? Triple buzz, back to normal voice. Did she just clear her throat? She doesn't even have a throat! Oh, lordy. Yes, excuse me. It's probably the smell. Can't think straight with this pollution. So you are still mad at me. No reply. Instead of that, there is a loud beep informing me that the self-cleaning system has started. Although the machine is modern, it runs pretty loudly. I'll try to speak louder so she can hear me. Alright, do you have a name? A name? I am but a servant. I serve, I wash. Nothing else. Name. Here we go again. She probably has no problem with our language, and it doesn't sound as if she doesn't know what the term name means. She clearly does. It's just like she has a hard time remembering it. My name is not important. Proceed to stage 1 of cleaning. Water pump on. She's working even louder now, making it hard to maintain a conversation. Oh, come on. Don't be so humble. After all, you're washing all of my clothes, even my underwear. Without that, I couldn't even show up at work. You take care of very important things for me, and thus I would like to know your name. No reply, just whirling. I started thinking that the conversation is over now. Well, at least I tried. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Sandira washing machine. Seriously. Suiko. It's Suiko. Proceed to stage 2. And we'll leave her be. I started dressing up and enjoyed the warmth that the clothes still emit. Suiko timed the process really well. I wonder how she did this. She couldn't have known when I'd wake up. Did she keep them warm all morning? Okay, Suiko. Thanks again for cleaning my stuff, but I really have to go now. We'll talk later, okay? As I rush out the bathroom, I hear the machine beep again. I wonder why she didn't say goodbye, have a nice day, or anything similar. But then again, I don't really have the time to think about that now. Ouch, my head. I've just realized that the weird aftertaste in my mouth is not the only thing left over from last evening. There's also pain. A horrible headache, burning stomach, and overall, I'm not feeling like I should live today. I should probably stay home and rest, but I can't possibly leave the shop closed for another day. I should probably have a small nap, this time on my own bed instead of the toilet bowl. I can't put trust in my own decisions these days, especially when I'm so sleepy. That dream. I heard a voice coming out from my fridge. I opened it and found a talking cake inside. It was begging me to eat it and moaned in bliss when I finally did. Okay. This is getting weird. I should probably call for a specialist. Oh, not now. Not during this headache. My phone sounds way louder than it usually does. Did it develop a personality too and wants to make me suffer now? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, we're going to put a pin in it here because my mind can't take much more of this. This game is incredible. I can tell you it's definitely well made. The humor isn't for me, but it is relatively enjoyable so far. It's not terribly bad. It's just, this is going to be a weird game, man. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this game so far. Subscribe if you haven't. And VNSnow.com. This is VNSnow.com for more. Like, this medium has given us tanks, gaming systems, web browsers, all of these things you can date, fall in love with. I guess appliances were just the next end of the spectrum, but really now. Really.